welcome to Overtime the Podcast. Overtime is a podcast dedicated to all things watches, with a soft spot for the microbrand and affordable range. I'm Praka, and this is my co-host, Justin.
We are two watch tragics based out of Perth, Western Australia. Join us as we chat about new watch releases, share our stories, and give you tips on building your collection.
Whether you're a watch pro or just getting into the hobby, we'll keep you entertained with insights and interviews from the industry, along with our casual conversations.
Let's get started.
So, Justin, how you going, mate?
Hey, man, I'm doing pretty good on this chilly Tuesday night. What about yourself?
I'm going well. I'm going well. Yeah, definitely a chilly Tuesday. Chilly Tuesday. It's pretty good, actually. Could be the new Taco Tuesday. No, it's going well, man. Just enjoyed our last recording. Had some good feedback as well. Not a lot of upset people as I thought we were going to get with some of our comments, but it was definitely good.
I don't know. I don't think anything said was out of the ordinary for a lot of people to do with what we spoke about as well.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that controversial, to be honest. Maybe with one or two the exception, but I think who we speak to or who our audience is probably in the same lane as where we are.
Yeah, no, I agree. But no, it's good. So looking forward to doing more of those tier list stuff.
For sure.
Actually, but we thought we'll go back to our roots per se, and I guess we always we say that we would like to introduce various watches to the listeners so that you can continue this road of addiction that we're undertaking as well.
For sure.
But anyway, before we go any further, as usual, what do you got on your wrist, mate?
Today I am wearing the HZ01, so the green dial, and I put it with a beige Sydney Straps Co. Just standard NATO strap. I think that beige color works well with field watches in general, and I was a bit like, it's gonna go with the green. I think it did. Once I put a little faded filter on my Instagram post, it worked well enough. So the rest of you will never know.
No, I reckon looks pretty good. Like you say, any field watch with that sort of barley, sandy, or even khaki, just those kind of colors, camo, green. It's always good.
Yeah, it always hits. But what about yourself? What's on the wrist?
Well, I wore two different watches today, but I'll tell you the watch that I'm wearing right now on my wrist. I'm wearing the Wayforth Voyager in the yellow dial. I don't know the exact reference, but it's called the Voyager, and I think V1.04 or something like that. So yellow dial. That's all it is.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I've changed it, taken it off the rally strap and chucked it on a rubber. It's actually from RZE, this rubber strap, a while ago. Awesome, super thick, robust rubber strap, and actually has a titanium keeper, but guess can't really tell the difference. But it's I think it increases the sportiness of it. I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah, I think so. And the black and yellow, the contrast.
Yeah.
You can't. I think, but yeah, black and yellow is one of the better contrasting pairs that you can get.
Yeah.
But I love Wiz Khalifa as well.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm really been enjoying this. Hey, I think I'm sort of introduced it a couple of weeks, maybe 2 episodes ago or something. Yeah, really, really enjoying the watch, and really surprised me if I'm being totally honest. Super well built, and it's just nice to have another chronograph in the collection. It's grown now. Went from nothing to 3
within about a year's time as well. Hey, or even probably less.
Yeah, about a year, less than a year. Yeah, so 3 and 2 added in a couple of weeks, but 1 for a while. So yeah,
go check that Wayforth out. Check out their Instagram or their webpage. They've got a lot more colorways than you see on a first drop from a company. They got heaps of different colorways.
Yeah, and Steven's a awesome bloke as well.
Yes. Good to chat to.
Reach out to him, have a chat with him. He'll like I said, the whole process of getting this watch on my wrist was cool. It was very good.
What was the other half of your day? What'd you wear?
The Brew, actually, the other.
Yes, yep.
The other chronograph, the Brew metric. Yeah, I wore that today pretty much most of the day, and that's also another awesome chrono. So
More black as well.
that's it. Yeah, but when am I sort of to the the mood of the day? Yeah, went a bit, I guess, bit dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's winter, winter vibes.
that's it. Winter vibes. All
All
right,
right.
cool.
So
Let's do
let's
it.
let's kick off with the first watch. So the first watch we're going to talk about is the Yema Skin Diver Slim CMM.20 limited edition. It's a bit of a mouthful. I think this is sick. I think it's really
Yeah.
cool. So I guess for the listeners, obviously skin diver. So you get your dive spec watch that's less chunky, less compact, more conforming. I think, would you classify the Rado as a skin diver? I think I would, in a way.
Yeah, I think so.
The Captain Cook.
I think the term skin diver really was back in the day when it was like 100 meter, 150 meters water
Yeah.
resistant, that's it, and then anything more wasn't. But I
Now it's a
think
look. It's
now
a
it's just
profile.
correct. It's a profile, it's a look, and this is like I said, it's got that skin diver look, and it's thin as well, which is I think that's what
Yeah.
skin diver really captures. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I brought up the Captain Cook. From my experience, skin divers are an absolute pleasure to wear. Not saying any standard dive watches aren't, but I think skin divers are that next kind of, especially if you've got smaller wrists, maybe that next kind of step, which makes them a bit easier to wear.
yeah.
But it's all back to the Yema anyway. Straight away, bracelet. What a bracelet. So they've called it New Scales Slim Bracelet is the term, and it's based off a 1960s Yema bracelet. I'm thinking back then it was probably a lot more hair nippy or squeaky or harder to
Mm.
wear because this seems like a lot of articulating, moving bits and pieces, but it looks outstanding. Hey,
Yeah, I
really
mean,
nice.
it's just obviously it looks like a snake skin. That's
Yep.
what it is. The scale is a snake skin. Super different for this style of watch. I sort of expect it in a much more chunkier watch, this kind of style.
Yep.
To be honest, you don't really see it much at all, if any. But it's awesome. And I mean, the first thing that pops out to me is obviously the bracelet, but aside from the bracelet as well, it's beautifully symmetrical, the design.
Oh,
Like
it's stunning. Yeah.
the bezel is fantastic. It's got like and the dial is all like a lacquer, like dark gray. I think it's just gorgeous watch, and the Arabics are the 12, 3, 6, and 9, but still fitting in
Yep.
within the indices. Yeah,
It's a really fun way of putting Arabics on the dial, and the way that they distort with the sapphire crystal
yes,
is incredible. The way the angle I'm looking at right now, the way the 3 stretches and the 6 is starting to stretch from the bottom right corner of its indice, what did
yeah.
you call it? A window. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Hey, and that bezel, faded ghost sapphire bezel,
Well, yeah. Well,
very
yes.
cool.
Sapphire bezels are great. They have that the effect, or I guess the color.
Yep.
Sapphire bezels just look cool. It almost feels like a bit of enamel or something, just from the design.
It's just more
Um,
depth, isn't it?
Heaps more depth and fits the profile perfectly. And it's the whole dial design, and also just the minimalist writing. Yes, there's 2 lines of writing, but it's small enough that it feels really minimalist. 300-meter water resistant for something that's pretty thin on there, and obviously the star of the show, and the reason why thing can be so thin is the movement, which is it's a micro rotor movement, and it's their own in-house
Hmm.
movement, I believe, as well, that
Morto
they've
20 is what it's
yes.
called.
That's right. So it's manufactured in Morteau, France, which is awesome, and that they're doing their own in-house movement. I mean, insane. Like the movement is 3.7 mil thick. Like
Crazy.
it's wild. I mean, I wonder what the whole thing, how thick's this whole thing? It's 10
Good
mil,
question.
10
10
mil
mil,
thick.
yeah.
Crystal is two
Yeah.
mils on top of that, but man, the whole case is 10 mil thick for a 300-meter dive watch. That is wild.
Hmm.
Odd.
And that movement in the back looks phenomenal through the expedition, not
Exhibition,
expedition,
yeah.
exhibition case back.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I like exhibition case back.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you don't spend your time looking at it, but it is cool to have something to look at when you take your watch off as well. Kids love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a big kid myself. I love it too.
Yeah.
And the thing is, most dive watches don't have exhibition case backs, especially 300-meter dive
Yes.
watches. They're always covered, and but with a movement like this, why wouldn't you show it off? Yeah, it's gorgeous. And Yema should. I think Yema's copped a bit of flack previously in the past with I think their customer service or there was some issues
Yeah.
and whatnot. But man, if they're pumping out pieces like this, that's I hope that just means that they've learnt from their stuff in the past and going, yeah, look, we can create some really fancy stuff as well. And
You would assume they're doing something right if they're able to start making,
exactly
micro rotor movements like this and
exactly.
watches like this too. I mean, look at like the specs on this 39 mil, 47 lug plug. I think this would work absolutely perfectly on
Yeah.
my wrist for a dive watch.
Oh yeah, even I can get away
Really
with
nice.
this as
Yeah,
well.
you could.
39,
Yep.
47, and there's a bit of the case profile as well. At the lugs, it is conforming down as well. I wonder how flexible that bracelet is, though. That's the only thing. Is there any flex in there? It does seem like it's all one piece, but it also looks like it would articulate well enough
I
to
think it
where.
would. Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, in the picture, some of the pictures there, they're obviously actual photographs, not rendered images in some of these, and you can kind of see when it's on its side and it's laying on something. It does have a lot of curvature to it.
yep.
So I reckon it would articulate quite nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think this, if you showed me this bracelet without a watch, I would struggle to pick a watch to put that on. But they've done a really fantastic job at
Yeah.
lining this up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the only other bracelet I think that'll look really good with this watch is probably like the Oris Diver 65 style
Yep.
Oyster, well, I guess the rivet style bracelet. That would probably be my next pick on something like
Yep.
this. Obviously makes sense because Oris Diver 65 is a skin diver, so that's
Yeah.
you get why I'm going to that comparison. But yeah, gorgeous and limited edition, obviously. So 500.
500. Yep.
500. That's not too bad. That's not too bad of a limited edition. It's probably, yeah, it's a lot better than some of the Seiko limited editions of
Oh,
10,000,
for
which
sure. I
really
mean,
limited. Yeah.
coming in at the price, 2,249. I think is that USD? Is that yeah, USD. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, it's probably an appropriate limited edition for the price that's out there.
Yeah, yeah. It works out to be, how much does that work out to be for us? 3,400
3 something,
Australian
yeah.
dollars. Yeah. Look, it's at a higher price point, but I think, the new movement in there,
Bracelet.
bracelet, everything else, it's something different, and it looks good. It looks
It
great.
looks fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
5-year international warranty on that one as well.
Ah, there you go. Well, that's good then. So I guess if people have any issues, then you can go to 5-year international warranty, which makes things a lot easier. So
I think it feels better when you're buying something. It's like, for us here in Perth, if you were to buy this, I get a bit of nervousness if I was going to purchase this brand new, the price it is. Yeah, it's nice to have that kind of extended warranty opposed to I think microspace usually hangs around that 2-year mark.
yeah,
1 year for the smart for cheaper ones,
yep.
but it's not. I think five's a good number.
Five's a great number. 5 years, like your citizen, warranties, which is great.
Yeah,
Yep. Awesome. Cool.
perfect.
Very good. Nice. Kicked off with a great one. All right, let's move on from Yema to Farah. So Farah's this super cool brand. Like
Mm.
when I think cool micro brand, I think Farah. I don't know why, but they just exude cool to me. And they have brought back their mono pusher chronograph GMT. So I think they've got one called the Cobb and one called the Seagrave. Look, Farah loves playing around with colors, right?
Mm.
That's just what they do. They love it, and they've done that. I would almost argue conservatively in this release.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you get the blue with the white and the orange and the yellow. Just reminds me very much like a yachting, regatta, that kind of
Yeah. Yep.
colors. And then the black and the white and the orange and the green, like it's still, a bit more sensible in terms of the colors, but it's still very, I don't know, very vintage vibes.
I think it's a good way to play with colors as well. You still get your color. It's going to look fantastic in photos. The color on the Seagrave, blue,
Yes,
orange, and green all contrast very well with black. They all stand out. It's going to look cool
yeah,
on the wrist in photos. I think it's done real tastefully.
for sure, for sure. And again, Farah is just one of those micro brands that are, in the sort of the top tier of micro brands in terms of pricing, but also the quality as well. They don't sell a lot of watches. I
Mm,
think they sort of their numbers that they sell, I guess the quantities that they have out, it's not like heaps, but when they do release watches, they release super, awesome quality pieces. And they're actually pretty hard to find secondhand. I mean, I find locally anyway, like because if they
mm.
do come up, they go very quickly. They don't hang around, and they hold value pretty well as well.
Yeah, I feel like we are starting to see more of them though. I
Mm,
know in previous years, a couple of years before we started doing the podcast,
mm.
I can't remember his name from Farah. I've definitely heard him on podcasts in the past.
Yes.
So another person who's out in the watch fan, in the watch community,
Yeah.
which is always cool to see.
He's on
Yeah,
Scottish watches, wasn't he? Yeah.
probably was
Yeah.
Scottish watch. I mean, Farah are British, aren't they? They're
Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
that would make sense. But yeah, I think this watch in particular, not my style, but it's definitely got its place in the
Yeah.
hobby.
Yeah.
I think where I get lost here, and I do like the watch, but the case, this like pattern on the side, isn't doing it for me. Yeah, it's like it's not engraved, obviously, it's machined that way. And then I look at the crown, you got like another texture on the side with the coin edge, not coin edge, whatever you're going to call that text, that crown. But then
Sure.
you've got, I don't know if it's
Knurled.
bronze
Yeah.
or not, but there's a
Mhm.
lot of texture going on the side because you got your mono pusher's got just polished stainless steel.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, just that side view isn't doing it for me, but I don't think it
Yeah.
takes away from the front of the face of the watch at all.
For sure. There is a lot going on there. I
Mm,
agree. Yeah, diamond patterned knurling is what's that
Knurling, that's it.
the
Yep.
thing on the side, and that's 'cause normally you see those knurling on a crowns. There are a lot of dive watches have sort of
Yes.
knurled crowns. So, but they've done that on the side, and it is actually brass, not bronze.
That's
That's on it.
brass. Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean it's a mono pusher, so it's just a single pusher as well on the side. I look, I do agree, but at the same time, I think Fairer seem to put a lot in their designs, and
Yep.
and they do it quite tastefully. Definitely seems like a lot, but almost, yeah, like I said, it's do it tastefully, and it's got a lot going on. I mean, this is two complications in this same
Oh,
watch.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got a mono pusher in chronograph complication and a GMT complication in one, which is cool in itself, and also really compact as well, like for what it is. Got two essentially, like I don't know how the actual movement sits, but I think it's the Salida 530 and the Salida 536.
Yes.
Yeah, so two different movements on the both different watches, but it's 14 mil thick or something. So generally automatic chronographs are
Yep.
thicker. This one is got both functions, and yeah, so 14 and a half mil thick. That's not too bad. I mean, you've got dive watches that are, like some of the
Off.
Tudors, 14
Yeah.
something mil thick, and they got no complications in them. Yeah.
What I think I like about this as well is a lot of this thickness from the angle that I'm looking at is going to come from the case back. I think a lot
Mm.
of it sits lower into the case,
Yeah.
and I think that really helps the front of the watch as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I just don't think it's me at all.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I
No.
think it's very you. I think you
Yeah.
you could see this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, my chronograph, maybe potentially chronograph
You
era.
don't have
I
a
don't know
mono
what to call
pusher
it.
either.
I don't have a mono pusher. I don't have an automatic chronograph either. But man, automatic chronograph is another whole rabbit hole. I mean, I think I was recently looking at a vintage Seiko chronograph as well.
Yep.
I think that was a mono pusher as well. No, it wasn't a mono pusher, but yeah, that was really nice. But I think this just reminds me of the vintage designs, and that's why I think
Yeah.
I really like it. And also vintage designs with robust modern manufacturing,
Mm,
modern movement. Salida. This Salida is not going to be like your base level Salida 200s. These are higher caliber stuff, and
yep.
62-hour power reserve. I mean, this is nice. It's nice, but it's got the price tag to match as well.
It does, but at the same time, like if you, I don't know how many years you want to look back in time, but if you're
Mm.
looking at this type of complication in this type of watch, what are you paying at the higher end of the scale for this
Um,
type of stuff? I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head because one don't care, and one it wouldn't even cross my mind. But I know it's nothing where this price is going to sit.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell you off the top of my head what another automatic chronograph with GMT watch, like if there even is any out there. Like, to be honest, there probably is. I'm sure there is, but here you go. I found one, a Tag Carrera chronograph with
Okay.
GMT function, ten thousand eight hundred
Cha-ching.
dollars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, just put a triple that price tag at the fair, and I think we're on the money.
Yep, and it looks ugly. Sorry, this tag.
Now, I think
Uh,
everyone knows we got a love hate with tag.
yeah. I mean, you got your Breitling Navitimer. Isn't that a GMT with a chronograph as well? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yep. So which
up there in price.
up there in price, obviously, yeah, it's up there. But yeah, so look, it's definitely few and far between that has these kind of movements in it, and
Mm.
also it's a cool micro brand as
I
well.
was about to say, at least that we're talking about a micro here, we're not talking about a tag or a Breitling.
Yes,
It's cool to
exactly.
see out of a micro.
Yeah, I love their design. Honestly,
Yep.
Farah's stuff is great. I will one day experience Farah. Not to be done yet, but it is, like I said, quite pricey. 2,350 euros or 3,800, roughly 3,800 Aussie dollars. So, yeah, I mean,
No.
look, yeah, not cheap.
Yeah, I know. It's warranted though, definitely
Yeah,
warranted.
yeah, yep,
And the market will be there for it. I don't think these won't sell or there won't be any interest. I think it's
yep,
definitely there.
yep.
No, very cool.
Cool. All
All
right,
right, well,
let's move on
moving
from there.
on. So just like we milk the new released episodes as we can, we're going to move over to Swatch and specifically Swatch and Omega. And we're talking
Uh,
Moonswatch for the don't know how many times since we started this, but I want to say we're getting towards 5 or 6 in terms of new releases, which is wild to think of in the span of just under 12 months.
yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about the mission on Earth this time. So
Hmm.
three colorways: lava, polar lights, and desert. Desert, I don't even really want to speak about because I feel like it looks just like one of the other ones.
Yeah, looks like
Was it
Pluto
Pluto?
or
Yeah,
Jupiter. Yeah, Pluto, Jupiter. Yeah.
one of those. It looks just like that. They've just gone for a different tone, I guess. I mean, colorway,
I not
maybe very slightly out.
was it Jupiter or was it Saturn?
It might be Saturn. You might be right there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No,
it's um,
yeah, it's in between of Saturn and Jupiter.
oh, there you go. So
Saturn's way cooler anyway because it's got Saturn on it. But yeah.
yeah,
Anyway.
true. I mean, look, it's the exact same watch. It's beigey, it's brown. The strap's going to be shit. That's just what it is. Moving up to, yeah, polar lights, we've got a one for one again. I think this is very similar to the Earth mission to Earth,
Mm.
probably a different colored green here, but
It's like a
we,
more minty green than the other
yeah,
one. Yeah.
it's like a sea foamy type
Mm.
green. They've called it unique turquoise, which I think is a lazy way of trying to give it a proper color,
Yeah.
but a little different on the dial here. So we have the attempt at aventurine, I guess, without it being aventurine, right? Is that
Oh,
what you
yeah.
call it? I mean, it looks cool in the picture. I would almost put money on saying it's not going to look as cool in person because it's not aventurine. It's to look like that. It's just going to be a dial with white speckles.
Yeah,
That's what it
exactly. A
is.
pebbled speckled dial. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, look, I like the color of the green. That green is really nice and the contrast is really nice. It's cool to see something different that's not just a gold hand or a fruit.
Mm.
But anyway, again, look, I should be asking what are your thoughts, but I think we align pretty well here.
Yeah, I look, it's the same thing in different colorways, and they're still milking it, as we are milking it for our new new release episodes. It's 2 years since the first Moonswatch came,
Really? Is
and
that is that 2 years?
it's been 2 years. Hang on. Yeah, yeah, it's been 2 years since the first Moonswatch came out. It's
Can't
crazy,
tell if
right?
that's gone really quick or it's been a very long, painful 2 years. I can't tell.
It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit crazy. And look, I think, you know, there's nothing inherently wrong with the design.
No.
They've kept it similar. They've changed a few things and they've pumped out another colorway essentially to milk the cow. But is that Are they beating a dead horse here? Is this are they done? Like are
Oh,
they
they're not
still
done.
gonna you
They're
don't
not done.
no, but are people done?
Oh, people.
Do you think people will still be
Yeah.
queuing up to get
I
this?
I went into Swatch the other day here in Perth, and there was
Mm,
like it was starting to rain, and there was the Moonswatch cabinet with the case, and they were all there, and that was the only other person in the store was looking at Moonswatches. You still see people selling them.
mm,
You still see people buying them on the forums. I think it's got actually longevity in it. I think prices reflect that now in the secondhand market because you are getting them for that. What do you buy a Swatch for? You go and buy a flick flack for
yeah.
$195 AUD. People are now picking these up for $200 on the forums. So I think it reflects what
Wow.
they are. They're a throwaway. And look,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of buying into this. I bought the Mars when it came out. I
Yeah.
had a family
Yeah.
member, pick it up as well. I looked at other ones and I had my fun with it.
Yeah.
But I think the original release was sick. I think the way it came out, what it did for the community, the amount of people that
Yeah.
bought in was wicked. But I think after the moonshine, the
Strawberry
strawberry
gold.
moon,
Yeah.
yeah, that thing.
Mm,
Oh God. Anyway, moving on to the last color. Another cool contrast, the lava. I think this is probably
mm.
my least favorite out of all of them because I think I had the Mars. It's a cool opposite of the Mars, red and black instead of red and white. I guess
Yeah.
it's orange, but it's the same thing.
It's funny. Out of all three colorway, I reckon I like the lava the
Oh, you like that one
most.
more? Yeah.
Yeah, just because it just reminds me of, I don't know, when I think, chronographs, I think black, red goes
Mm,
well.
racing.
So racing, this sort of reminds me of what is that? The Mega Speedmaster Ultraman.
Ultraman, yep, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Homaging, yep.
Yeah, so which is cool. The Speedmaster Ultraman is awesome. I actually had one in my hands a couple of months,
Oh, cool.
maybe a month ago or something. Yeah, one of our local. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked at it close. I was like, oh my God, that's Ultraman. That's awesome. Yeah. So very cool. I love the show Ultraman, which I
Hmm.
assume that's what they've built it on. So yeah, that's why I like that color. But overall, it's another Moonswatch. It's another, like you say, throwaway sort of thing.
Isn't
Yes, yeah.
isn't this weird though? Because we've had also the Blancpain collaboration with Swatch, and
Mm,
that was sort of the C's. And now, the Speedy is famous for the moon,
yes.
being on the moon. Now we're on Earth, where we've always been doing missions to volcanoes and polar lights. Like mission to polar lights doesn't make sense
Much
in the
sense.
Speedy history, or I mean, why not do this? I mean, obviously because it's not going to be as successful without the Speedy Moonswatch
Mm,
label attached to it. But I feel like this would be so much cooler if they put the effort into a different line in the Swatch collection and
yeah,
then put more effort into polar lights. Cool, let's do something more reflective of the polar lights instead of just making the case the same color. You could do so much more with lava inspired by volcanoes than just making it
a
the
different
first
color.
orange you find
Yeah.
on paint.
I think maybe, well, yeah, yes, that's if their mission was their mission. If their aim was to, do watches inspired of this, that, and that, but it's not. It's we want it to look as close as possible to the Speedmaster because
Yeah.
that's what sells. That's what
Yeah,
it is at
it's
the end of the
it's
day.
not mission to Earth or anything. It's mission to make dollars, and that's what they're doing.
That's it. That's it.
So,
Mission for
the one
money.
thing I did like about this whole release was there was a cool case on their Instagram. It is on the website as well. It says, but I don't know if you can get the case, but the actual mission to Earth case was kind of cool. So I don't know if you can buy all three
Oh yeah,
and get a case, but I actually quite like the case.
yeah. I mean, it might be. You might have to queue up and do all that jazz for a bit. Probably not.
So
But
no from me.
yeah.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
definitely a no for me as well. Yeah, it's done. It's so done. I think, shall we put a little like just say we won't talk about them again?
Nah, no, I don't think we can because I think there is a couple of years of content still to come from this. I think
Sounds
we're going
good.
to need to because it's going to be mission to Earth with the gold hand or whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, yeah. We still haven't done a, has that been a mission to, oh God knows, Alpha Centauri, there's going to be all these, outer rim stars and stuff like that. I don't know what they'll do with it,
I
but
want a mission to Perth. Give us mission to Perth. I want to see what Swatch's take on that is.
oh God, I don't want to. I don't want to. Anyway,
Yeah, new
moving on.
export inspired colorway coming our way.
God. All right, moving on. Moving on. Let's go from that monstrosity. No, it's not that bad actually, but let's move on from that and let's move on to the next piece. Formex, I would say a fan favorite, and I would
hmm
say a podcast favorite, but probably not a model that we talk about a lot. So yeah, Formex Reef, which is another one of their dive watches, but they've released it in this awesome new colorway called Bahama Blue, and like most of their watches, COS certified as
Yep.
well. Yeah, awesome. 39.5 mil dive watch, which is fantastic. The bracelet is amazing. Like I've handled Formex bracelet. A friend of the podcast has a Formex, and his bracelet's just awesome. Like one of the best bracelets that I've handled. And the reef is cool because I'm pretty sure you can just swap the bezels
I was
over.
about to say I was playing with the bezels before, and
Yeah,
the stainless steel, like relief style bezel on this
yeah.
blue looks so good.
Mm, mm.
So good.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous watch. Just just looks of it, and it's perfect. It's a perfect summer watch, even though
Mm,
we're in winter here. Summer in the other hemisphere. Yeah, it's just super, super great. I mean, again, it's not massively different from their other reefs, but it's in a more compact size now. And even though it's compact, because of the way the case, I guess, has wings, you could
yes,
say,
yeah.
on either side, it does have a sizable wrist presence that you like to see in a dive watch, yet
Mm.
compact lug to lug as well.
I love that this has just gone the same blue all the way through, date window, everything. It just really ticks the boxes for me. Actually, the blue bezel looks better than the stainless steel, I think, as well. But I think, yeah, there's not a lot I would change about this watch at all. I don't hate the Formex underneath the logo itself. If I was going to do anything, I'd remove Formex and just leave the logo. But
Hmm.
that's a very petty, change. It, yeah, it's not that big a deal. But I think, yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't mind the logo. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
because I'm kind of used to it. And yeah, this whole I love the dial. It's similar finish or similar to my Helios. It's a lacquer,
hmm
layers and layers of lacquer onto this. You can just tell some of the close-up photos. So it's got that, I don't know, it's got that beautiful sort of texture, and also I think, is that a sapphire bezel, or is
Yeah, I
that
think it is. Yeah. Yeah,
no,
ceramic bezel. Yep.
ceramic? So yeah, it just has a different texture to it, and yeah, it's beautiful. Obviously, date matched color wheel. You don't expect anything less from Formex. The details are very, details orientated, and yeah, just I don't know. There's not much I can say wrong with this, to be honest. It's just a gorgeous watch, and their quality is insane. Their engineering, they're very good at what they do. And to be honest, the price tag, I mean, you're looking at 1790 euros, and
3,400 AUD.
that's pretty good.
It's, yeah. And I think for what you're getting in terms of movement and specs, yeah,
Hmm. Wait,
it's pretty great.
2,899 Aussie dollars.
Oh, I'm shopping in Aussie dollars here and I can see it at
Ah,
3,400.
so maybe they're making it more expensive for us.
Hmm.
Okay, that's not good, Formex. That's not cool. I don't like that.
If you're going 2,900, that's on a strap. 3,400 on a
Ah,
bracelet.
understood. Okay, so look, maybe on the higher end of what we would generally go, but yeah, 3,400. But that includes taxes, duties, and shipping. So
Yep.
all up. So you don't have to add another few $100s worth of duties and stuff that you generally have to do when you bring in stuff
Yeah.
that's over. But yeah, just beautiful. And look, yeah, I can't say any much more about, their engineering. You can just tell from they got micro adjust rubber
Yes.
straps, like boom, mind
They're
blown.
thinking of it. They're thinking of it all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have other brands that are just, nope, we're definitely not changing anything, to Formex, who are just, yeah, giving people just more. Yeah, and to be fair, that's what we should do, right? I mean, there needs to be
Hmm.
continuous improvement in this space. You know, your traditional brands don't do a lot of it, and they sort of wait till the last minute and then they do it.
Mm.
Whereas Formex is sort of the forefront of that.
Yeah, it says here there's a custom built skeletonized rotor that I would love to see, but I can't see any pictures of it. It's got a
Uh,
case back on it, which I'm sure
huh.
I just read that somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Custom built skeleton rotor with thermally blued screws, but it's got a case back. I feel like that's such a shame to like honeypot us with that comment and then whack a case back on it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a bit annoying. I don't.
anyway, it's not, nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be so tempted if I'd bought this watch to open that up.
yeah. No, yeah, you would, but at the same time, be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. But oh man, these different bezels that you can put on as well.
It's
The,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, I mean the Bahama Blues bezel probably still the coolest, but the stainless steel bezel is pretty nice as well.
Mm. But and look, I like that the fact that Formax has some reviews of the watch further down the page as well. But these photos look like they've been taken with toasters. Like they're just blurry and out of focus. Like that's just not doing justice. And I can't tell if it's
Uh,
the same person's wrist in every photo or not. It looks similar sized.
this one is one person. No, it's a different watch.
Yeah, I was
The
like, is this
screen.
someone who's just like, you know, in the company who's got access to the
Uh,
watches?
it's funny. One of the names seem very familiar.
Uh,
That's actually hilarious. I know that one person from a local forum.
oh, I think yeah, yeah.
We both know them
Okay,
from a
so we know
local
that one for
forum.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, so we know that's not a
Well,
paid person. That's
I'm sorry
definitely
about your
a.
phone if you if you listen. All right, moving
It's
on.
funny.
No, it's very cool that yeah, like you said, that what you get here with being able to change up your strap, bezel,
Yeah.
everything, cost included. Yeah, great watch.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I'm, mindful that pretty much every watch we spoke about today, aside from the Moonswatch, is over the 2K, 2K Australian mark, almost, oh, it's almost three, almost 4K. But I think these kind of watches, yes, they're micros that we pretty much spoke about, every one of them, but they're
Mhm.
sort of the higher end stuff. And sometimes, it's good getting into that as well. You definitely get a
Oh,
lot
for
more
sure.
value,
Yeah.
definitely a lot more value for money for that same money than anywhere else. Yeah.
That's going back to like tag. If you're listening to this, I'm going to argue about micros and you're standing at like I have done myself, standing looking at courts F1, tag watches, colors, football teams, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to steer you away from what you really want, but yeah,
But
it's not
do.
great. I've done the whole courts, tag F1 thing in the past, and yeah, it was a soccer team or football team, depending where you are in the world, and it's cool at the time and everything, but when you really get into it, you're like, shit, I got ripped off a little bit here.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is where your money is really gonna get your value worth.
for sure. For sure. All right,
Awesome.
mate. Bring
All
us
right,
home.
let's round this out with the Zelos Helmsman 10th anniversary watch. I don't know if it's just because my snowballing relationship with Zelos, like when I say snowball, I mean it's been progressively getting worse and worse. I think the last shred of like Zelos love I had went with the Nebula, I think. And to be honest, an update on that, I have not once actually thought about the Nebula and missed it in the near 2 months it's been gone now. I'm
Mm.
pretty happy without, not happy without, I shouldn't say that, but I'm not affected by it. But I don't know, this watch, I didn't really get to see a lot of hype for this because I'm not in the groups. I mean, only in one group, and I've seen a little bit about it. I've seen it sold out stupidly quick, which it was always going to, being a what are these dials called again? Damascus.
Damascus.
Yeah,
Yep.
Damascus. So titanium, Damascus. Look, dials cool. It's a feat of workmanship. It is a lot of time to make this type of stuff. A lot of work goes into it. I know from posts in the past when Elsham first started using to Damascus that there was a high failure rate in these as well. If you overheat it slightly, you screw the pattern up completely. And
Mm.
the idea isn't to have the same patterns throughout. They're all supposed to be unique across the 300 pieces in the limited edition. So I'd respect the dial, but I think when I look at Zelos, is this what you picture as a 10-year anniversary piece?
No, no,
Yeah.
no. I mean, look, Damascus is a cool material, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was until, well, actually, not until this watch. I take that back. I saw it in the Nicholas Hacko watch
Yep.
first, which is another awesome Australian independent brand that's doing some super cool stuff there. But anyway, that's for another day. But yeah, fantastic. You know, they're making everything in-house, like literally
Hmm.
screws and stuff as well. It's incredible. The price to also match, but still very cool. Damascus, it's a titanium Damascus steel. Like that's, I mean, Damascus, yeah, it's awesome. Like I don't even know how they're doing this. I would love to read into it a bit more,
It's
but
very cool. If you, yeah, once I watch on YouTube for half an hour, it is very cool to go see how this stuff's made. And when you start getting into other materials with the same effect, like Zelos also do, like I think they call it Xerxes, ZI. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. It hasn't been done in a long time.
yeah.
It's amazing. It's very cool. So
Yeah.
props to them for doing this stuff.
Cool. Yeah, I should, like I said, I should probably know this a bit more. I did do materials. Well, I did my thesis on them. It was a material science thing. So anyway, moving on from that, I definitely think it's it feels like a missed opportunity with the 10. Is this meant to be homaging something, or is this meant to be paying tribute to their first watch or anything like that, or it's just completely something different and they went, yeah, 10-year anniversary. I'm not
So
sure.
the Helmsman itself definitely
Mm,
was a popular release back in the day of Zelos. There's Helmsman's 1, 2, and 3, I believe. There's bronze, there's different cases, different sizes.
okay.
It does have its place, but I feel like if I'm thinking Zelos and I'm thinking 10 years and the first, I wasn't around for the first year, but the second, third, fourth, fifth year of Zelos was really when they started playing with these materials. And like I said, you had cases made out of this stuff,
Mm,
polished cases that looked so cool. Then you had cases with meteorite dials. And I feel like Zelos doesn't need to be safe
anymore.
to make money or sell pieces. They're beyond that. Whatever this 10-year watch was going to be, whether it be a stainless, I think 10 years, I think swordfish. I think that embodies Zelos. The
Hmm.
price you could have made a sword. They could have released a swordfish with this style case, or made a run of 10-year releases with different case materials. It's been crazy what they've done. They've made bezels out of this as well, like bezel inserts.
Mm,
Yeah, and they've done it where dials have been the heat lines have been thinner and they've looked a lot more wavier. There's so much more I would have thought was coming for this release. And this has been the only Zelos release I've been excited for since the Nebula release. And I
yeah.
was so underwhelmed by it. I clicked on the Loom picture and I was like, oh, Zelos is they're known for that heavy hacked in loom, multiple colors. And fair enough, they've done the multiple colors here. This looks below average. The crown, like Zelos used to loom the crowns. The
Mm,
crowns aren't loomed. I feel like that's a huge staple in what their come up was. They were kind of the first doing that.
yep.
Look at the image here on there. It looks like it's got fingerprints on the dial. It's not clean. I don't know if it's an
Mm.
actual image or not. I don't know.
It's very underwhelming, I think, for a 10-year anniversary for a brand like you said that has, they've always been that sort of micro brand that
Mm.
gave people what they want, but also did different things, a lot of different things. This just doesn't feel very, I don't know, different, I guess.
It doesn't
But
feel
mm,
Zelos is to me what it is. And putting
mm.
10 years on the dial, I think it's just a huge
10,
takeaway on the watch.
uh, 10
If
year power reserve. No.
but like, you've got an applied logo there. It's obviously an extremely busy dial, but why not apply the helmsman in the same material as the Zelos logo? Make it stand out, make it pop.
Mm,
Take the 10 years away, put it on the back. Give it,
yeah.
give this a bracelet as well. Make it something special.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. I just think it's very underworked. People are frothing over it, which they're
Oh
always
yeah.
going to.
As they
People love
do.
this material. I think with a lot more people in the same boat as me and not being interested in the brand anymore, it gives other people an opportunity to get this material. I was never fortunate enough to come away with a Damascus case or anything like that.
But did they do
Um,
Damascus cases
oh
back in
yeah,
the
they
day?
did some awesome stuff.
There you
They
go.
did some amazing stuff. Damascus cases. I can't remember what the yellow they did this, but it was a yellow into a brownie kind of color, and it was phenomenal. The stuff they were coming out with, but yeah, I don't know. This just doesn't do it for me. But it's yeah. What's happening with me in the brand as well? It just keeps going this way, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I do like the Damascus dial, as it's as a standalone, not necessarily the lot. I think Damascus for me, at least in a dial thing, I reckon looks better in a more dressy type watch.
Mm.
Maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't know. For me, maybe it's a little bit of that. But I look, there's not a lot in there that I guess I don't like, as in I sort of go, oh, that's terrible. But at the same time, it just feels very underwhelming for what it is.
Yeah, I'm really I don't know. I was excited for this to an
Mm,
extent. I don't think no matter it would have to be something very special if I was going to buy it. Yeah,
yes.
depending what it was going to be. But when I see this, I was just like, oh, it's so lackluster. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of I got so much opinion about it at the same time. I'm also just I'm not surprised by it either.
I look at the older helmsman with the bronze case, and
Yes, they're sick.
that looks way better than this one.
And look at the stuff I've just sent you into the chat there.
Yeah.
That's the swordfish with the case materials they used to do with the you know handsets, the dials, the meteorite dials on this. This feels like these old swordfish feel like a 10-year anniversary model to me.
Yeah, now it does, right? Because
Mm.
it's the same sort of thing. Oh wow, look at that Damascus dial bezel. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So they really went there. And
like
meteorite dial as
meteorite
well.
with it. That's what I mean. They were doing amazing stuff back in the day.
Yeah. Interesting that I mean, look, I've said this multiple times. I've never really jumped on the Zelos sort of train, so I've missed out on a lot of the history of it. But yeah, just a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I feel somewhat hopeful with Zelos at the moment as well. They put a teaser. There was going to be a Thresher coming out. Thresher was the 500-meter diver. I really like that watch. Price point's up there, but that is something that may get me back into them depending on what's to come. But I'm not sure. It's
Oh yeah, that Thresher thing looks pretty cool. That bracelet looks wild as well with it.
yes.
It's very
Um,
much like a samurai, Sega samurai sort of beefiness, but
yeah.
different. Hmm.
I've just sent you another photo in the chat. Like just looking back into their catalog now, that they were doing tourbillons for 11 grand in these Damascus cases, like full skeletonized tourbillon. Like this is the level that Zelos got to. And then what we're dealing with, what this 10-year 300 piece, these sold out as quick as any other ones too. So you get your 299 USD swordfish sold out as quickly as these tourbillons.
How much were these tourbillons?
11,000 USD.
Jeez.
So you got, sorry, 11,900 USD. You get titanium Mirage tourbillons for 10,900, and these sold out so fast.
But that looks cool. I
How
mean,
cool is it?
the strap is god awful, but the the watch itself is, yeah, you've got a like tourbillon with Damascus, and what's the one on the right? Bronze?
Makume Gane. Now, I don't know what that is. I couldn't actually tell you off the top of my head.
Is
So
that a
here you go.
bronze
No,
type?
it's a layered copper and nickel, and the copper layers patina over time separate from the nickel. But this is the level of stuff they were producing. And this watch, maybe 4 years ago, wasn't that long ago. And I feel
Wow.
like this, helmsman really,
Underwhelming.
yeah, it's
Wow. There
I
you
know,
go.
right? Yeah, and this is the time that I loved about Zelos. This is,
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah.
I'd never buy. I wouldn't afford this watch.
Yeah.
Going back then, like this is towards the end of my apprenticeship days and stuff. This was
Yeah.
a dream back then. But this stuff is really what got me hooked in the brand and got me hooked into micros as a whole as well.
Yeah. I'm getting a Zelos education here, folks. I really am. This is cool. Yes.
And if you do, well, like, if you have a listen to what I'm saying about their company and go back into their catalog. They actually have a spot where it says shop discontinued models, and there's I think it's 17 pages. There's around 30 watches on every page that date back 10 years, and even their first stuff was extremely cool and playing with materials off the bat.
Mm,
So I don't
nice.
know, like when you see that and you look at what's just come out as the 10-year anniversary, so much more could have been done in that 10-year anniversary model.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you don't even have to go that far there. What's that? Zelos Avant.
Oh
That
yeah, yep,
looks cool as well. They
yeah,
made some, man, Swiss, what movement was in this thing? Anyway, we're going right down the Zelos rabbit
yeah,
hole here, but pretty cool. Pretty cool.
yeah. And that's
But
that.
this
I think
watch, not so cool.
yeah, exactly. I think massive missed opportunity. I've said it probably 10 times already, missed opportunity, but it if you want to yeah, have a look at the watch and then go back and look yourself and really understand
Hmm.
where Xelos has come from to what's being produced now.
Yep, for sure. Yep, as usual, folks, we'll have the links in the show notes, so check it
Yes.
out and have a look at it. And if anyone wants to learn more about Zelos, hit up Justin. He
Yeah, give
knows.
me a message. This is I'm like holding back tears now because I'm actually
Uh,
flicking through the back catalog as we're
yeah,
like wrapping this up and being like,
I
oh man, this is the golden days for me.
I can confirm, folks. He is definitely looking a bit teary on this
It's yeah.
podcast.
It does make me sad though. Like it
Yeah.
genuinely makes me sad. But I don't know. There's obviously a plan for and I say this in other episodes. If this is what I like, or I've got a problem with what Zelos is doing, why don't I go do this myself? Because I can't, and I'm just going to be a whinging, former customer. And yeah, it
Yeah.
is what it is. But that's why I'm not buying them anymore. It's not my thing.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. All right. Well, look, we've come to the end, really, of our new release episode. I guess this is a bit more upmarket new release episode that we went with today,
Yeah,
but definitely some pretty cool stuff. And yes, as usual, we'll have it all in the show notes and play along and you know go ahead and buy some if if you guys want. But yeah, if anyone picks up that fairer, hit me up. I would love
yeah,
to see it. Love to see some photos and some yeah stuff about it.
yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right. Well, let's move on to part of the show where we talk about something interesting. Justin, what's your something interesting for today?
I'm going to keep my theme of movie stuff going. So I watched a movie called Under Paris this week. Now, I know Jay, friend of the show, Jay and
Yep.
Dankology, he's going to send me a message because he said I should start that letterbox account, and I really should, but
Yes.
I really don't have like a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah.
But enough to watch as many movies I speak about. Anyway, yeah, Under Paris, French movie, which I think is cool. Spoke about Farah as well. And it is about sharks. And I know when everyone thinks horror movie about sharks, everyone I've spoken to about this movie's gone, ugh, Sharknado,
Yeah.
Megalodon 2 or The Meg 2. Don't know if I'm interested. This movie was fantastic. It's obviously voiced or dubbed over in English. Very good movie. I don't want to spoil too much because it only came out last week as well on Netflix. But if you've got a spare hour and 40 odd minutes and want something that's a sci-fi thriller, but also very like real world because sharks are in the rivers of France and in the the rivers of the rest of the UK. It kind of plays with your brain a little bit. I mean, I've caught sharks what
Yeah.
3 kilometers from my house in the river in Henley Brook here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very cool. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything. There's watches in it too.
Okay. All right. Under Paris. Let's we'll chuck that in the yeah, we'll chuck that in the Justin's Netflix recommendation section. We'll definitely, yeah, letterbox. I don't know. We'll get something, but then again, we've got a lot of things that we want to do.
We
Finding
do.
time for it is the is the hard part, but it's all good. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I recommend it to anyone.
Oh, awesome. All right. So perfect. All right.
What about
Um,
yourself, mate?
I have okay, so I'm gonna talk about Helios
Ooh, okay.
because we spoke about Helios doing lottery, and then we're
Yep.
like, hang on, actually, they're going to move away from lottery. They have.
Oh,
They
they have.
officially have moved away from the lottery, and they've gone to the. So I've sent you a link. Have a look. They've gone to a pre-order. So they're opening up their pre-orders for their Series 4 Seaforth, which is the version that I have. which is open from Tuesday. So basically, when we're recording this episode, for a week till next Tuesday, American time. So yeah, I mean Pacific time. So anyway, it's open for a week. So there's no need to, set an alarm and, get on to try and buy this. It's open for a week. Fantastic. You can buy, and there's so many options, color options as well. Previously, when I purchased mine, there was I think it was the pink, the yellow, the blue dial, and then there was the black dial. But this time they've added a white dial, which is awesome.
It does look cool.
Fantastic. And the dial color isn't the I guess the important thing, but the most important thing for me anyway is that they're finally releasing a bracelet for the Seaforth. People have been asking for this for 4 generations. It is beautiful, articulating flat link style. There's only I guess a drawing in there. If you go to 28, picture 28. Yeah, this is one of your pet peeves, isn't it? On how bad this website is.
Yeah,
it's not great. But I think it's slide 28. Can you see that?
What I'm not liking is they're going to drag it across.
No, you can click it if you go right to the bottom, and then you can. Again, not intuitive. So
I can't. Does the arrow pop up?
Yeah, an arrow pops up.
I got no arrow.
Okay, strange.
I've got to drag it. I'm getting there. I've got a lot of the same. Oh, there we go. I've got the drawing.
You've got the drawing. Yeah. So he hasn't. So basically, again, pre-order. You place your order, put your money in. Look, delivery is not till Jan, but at the same time, you can cancel your order anytime. Full refund. No issues with that. They're just trying to make the pre-order period as long as possible, which is a week. Which I think I've spoken about the quality of the watch. I've spoken about how cool it is. It's anyone interested, jump on it, get on it, and yeah, I'm waiting for them to release the bracelet separately, which he said will be available in a later date. Because as soon as that bracelet is released, I'm buying one.
Yeah,
getting the bracelet for it.
I'm a fan of the pink. I like the pink.
Yes, the pastel. Yeah,
really nice.
That sort of. Yeah, now the pink. Someone locally was selling their pink Helios. When I say local, I mean in Australia, not in Perth. Which, yeah, it's beautiful. Pink is beautiful. The bezel, what do you call it? The bezel-less one.
Yeah,
is awesome. But yeah, the fixed bezel, I guess, is great.
The white is cool too, isn't it? You're gonna know it too. White, black Grand Seikos, white, black Helios.
No, I can't. I told myself I'm not getting myself another Seaforth. I've got one. One's enough. But yeah, look, the Seaforth.
Someone clip that.
The Seaforth in the white dial with the dive bezel just
it's beautiful.
Is gorgeous and just reminds me of like the Zin 104 type of vibes.
Very tooly, very divey.
Very divey. Yeah, cool stuff. So again, I'll leave the link in the show notes, and it's a week, and I'll get this episode edited out just for this so that people can get it out there, get there as soon as possible.
And remember, when you are ready to grab this white dial, you need to fund it. The Orient can come my way. I'm not going to stop pressing you.
Yes.
You've only got a week to go.
I know. Absolutely mental. No. I'm not. I'm being strict. I'm not gonna go down that hole. But that is my something interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
So
very cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to. It's not really exactly a new watch, but I thought the people should know.
Yeah,
people should know.
Definitely. No,
very good. Cool. All right. Well, look, come to the end of the show. Yeah. Good chat as always. And yeah, if there's nothing else, we'll leave it there.
Take care, mate. Thank you for joining us on Overtime the Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed the episode.
You can find us on our Instagrams at Overtime the Podcast, at Kinda Average Watches, and at Horology Capture.
We appreciate the support and value your feedback. If you have any questions, suggestions, or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please hit us up. We would love to hear from you.
Until next time.